Usually, a cow or bull leather hide is split in 2 or more layers, depending on its thickness, which come from 5 to 10 millimeters. A big leather hide splitting machine is used in a tannery for this purpose. The first upper layer is called top grade portion, and the lower fleshy layers are called suede. The lower layers decrease gradually in quality from top to bottom. It means the lower split layers are of inferior quality. The top grain layer is the most fibrous, durable, and strong part of leather hide, and mostly used in upholstery leather, including car interiors and furniture. Some unscrupulous merchants sell grain embossed suede, as if they were top grain leather. It is not easy to identify one from another, therefore, this leather will be cheaper. There are on the table two grain leather hides. This one is called full grain leather, and this other one is called corrected or top embossed grain leather. I am now going to explain the difference of these two leathers. This leather is called full grain leather or natural grain leather. It comes out from the strong first layer of a hide. This leather is 1.3 millimeters. Usually, upholstery leathers are from 1 millimeter to 1.4 millimeter thick. During the tanning process, the animal's hair was only removed to expose its natural surface, and flaws would include hair follicles or pores, veins, scars, fancy scratches, stretch marks, insect bites, little folds, wrinkles, etc. Experts consider a full grain leather is the best because its dense fibers make it more wear resistant. This other leather hide is also 1.3 mm thick. It is called top corrected grain leather. It also comes out from the first layer of a hide. The main difference with a full grain leather is that its surface was thoroughly sanded down over to get a much more uniform face. Thereafter, it is ironed and an artificial grain is embossed over to get a much more nice appearance. This leather yields more than a full grain leather because almost of its whole area becomes flawless as if it were vinyl. Now, I am going to explain what is a top finished leather and unfinished leather. Top finished leathers have a special clear transparent sealer sprayed over on top to make it more resistant to daily wear, sun rays, and other malignant substances that could cause damage to leather surface. This sealer or transparent lacquer protects it from harmful agents such as dairy, goo, body grease, water, etc. Unfinished leather are the ones that have no sealer on top, just as natural as they are. Most of them are aniline dyed through. Leathers are also classified as aniline, semi-aniline, and pigment leathers. This sample is of an aniline dyed through leather. As I explained before, it is unfinished and water can easily permeate through. As it was only colored with aniline dye or tint, it allows to clearly see its complete natural mark. This leather is considered the best because its pliability and softness. It needs special care and is mostly used on furniture, but it also used on some luxurious car interiors. This leather is a semi-aniline top finish leather. It was aniline dyed through the tanning process. Afterward, a thin coat of aniline dye mixed with some pigment and a resin is sprayed over. One thin final coat of transparent sealer is added on top to add wear resistance. The pores and natural flow were not thoroughly covered, and its softness and suppleness remained almost intact. As mentioned, this premium leather can be used in both furniture and car interiors. The sealer on top adds protection without losing its softness and flexibility. It is somehow a top finish full grain leather. A regular basic care is required through at least every 6 months. It needs to be cleaned and conditioned. This other leather is a pigmented, top finish corrected or embossed leather. As explained, it belongs to the upper layer of a leather hide. It is also aniline dyed through. Its surface was then painted with a water-based pigment. 5 to 6 thin coats of a pigment are sprayed over to add resistance to daily rubbing and other harmful substances. 2 or 3 coats of transparent sealer are sprayed over on the top. As we can see, this leather shows no flaws for natural pores because they were erased after the ironing and embossing process. This leather is much stiffer and less soft and pliable than a full-grain leather. In conclusion, this leather is more resistant to daily traffic in car interiors or furniture. Even though it is tough, it is considered of lower quality than aniline or semi-aniline leathers, consequently cheaper. What is an aniline dyed through leather? During the tanning process, the leather is soaked with aniline color that permeates through its fibers. It is advisable this color be related to the pigment color spray over on top as last finish. Aniline dyed through leathers related to top pigment avoid clashing colors that a sewing shows after the process.